Hi everybody, and these are my last words from 2017. So first of all, I do wish everybody a really prosperous and gorgeous 2018. And I hope you guys are going to have great holidays. I know we put so much time and effort in it, and we hope for the best. And let's let it be. Let's this year enjoy everything. This was the year of planting, year number 1, and we are entering the year number 2, where we are actually being called to stand up and be counted. And it's going to be a very interesting year where people who will be doing their work will be highly rewarded, and the people who won't do their work, they'll be asked to do that again, and you'll have to literally repeat this class. So hence there is a huge incentive. My readings in 2018 will be guiding you through it. Each time I would quote unquote give you a homework, and I'll say this is where you have to head this time. And don't be hard on yourself. Even if you don't get it each and every time, there's always a second and third opportunity. Hey, not everybody is like, born smart, and we all can use this, maybe even additional kind of learning of the lesson. Also, I want to thank everybody who ordered annual Taroscope, and if you haven't received it for any reason, we are going through this Mercury retrograde, please just send me an email, mysticcattarot@gmail.com. You can see it below in the description, so I can send it to you right away. For those of you who didn't order, let me just give you a little bit scope about that, because I do highly recommend to get it, because it does give you this homework, it does give you overview, and gives you a clear understanding to where you can really prosper in the next year. So let's start on that one. Okie dokie, all annual Taroscopes are now done. Believe it or not, that was a great effort. And each of them is anywhere between 1 hour and 45 minutes, and some of them are even going to 2 hours. The first segment is kind of collectively about the year we are going into, 2018. That's some good 45 minutes. And after that, you can check your own sign and everything is going on. So this is right now, every individual one is like $29.95, and collectively to get them all is $59.95. So guys, feel free to go and check this link below or the link on the screen and go and order your Taroscope. You can get it within 24 hours and sometimes even faster. So to everybody who ordered, thank you so much, and I really hope you're going to enjoy and even order additional one. Hi Libra, and welcome to the very last 2 weeks of 2017. So before I start, let me tell you which cards you got, because not everybody is familiar with this deck. The first card is the Emperor reversed. This will be the exact opposite of your energy. So then it's 10 of Swords. Then you have King of Pentacles reversed. Then you have 8 of Swords, and in the center position you have a Queen of Pentacles. Then it is 3 of Pentacles reversed. You have 2 of Cups reversed. You have Temperance reversed, and you have Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups. Underlying energy is 4 of Cups, and kind of like booted with a sun and a star. It's kind of interesting. I usually go and stop on majors, so I'm going to stop there, but I want to know that there is like also 3 of Swords here. These two are my favorite 2 cards in this entire deck, and they're hiding behind Libra. You know that you guys are being known for having a difficult time making your mind up or making a decision. And so what happens when you send this kind of energy out, right? You kind of get it back, because people start reacting kind of like in that jest as well. So here we're seeing basically 3 offers being made. Do you want a cup of this milk? Meow, no. Do you want this one? Meow, let me sleep. And so on and so forth. And then there's like something really, really special that starts to appear. And the kitty is just like asleep on the switch. But you see, all this kind of beauty is not being absorbed because sometimes we are just too tired, or we are just too bored, or we are just not realizing what is really ahead of us. Is it possible that every single thing was just like not for you? You have to ask yourself, because this is a card of marriage and celebration, and this is a card of festivities, and festivities, and this is a card of healing. And what most importantly is the card of exuberant hope, right? So like make a wish kind of a thing. I don't know why they make 9 of Cups wish card, because this is the one where you can really make it happen. It's kind of like the energy if you really want to go forward. So it's telling me you are the one blocking that energy. For some reason, there is like no pushing forward. So what I see here, entering into this period is some kind of form of instability. Maybe you're trying to kind of like pull things together. That could be finances, and that could be sort of like a possibly person that you're dealing with. So this could actually be you, because the Emperor reverse could be Libra. But it also could be your need to kind of stabilize your life and where you're going and where you're heading. So being a major arcana, and you have 2 major arcanas here, but you have also 2 hiding here, right? It's telling me this is a very important period. To some extent, you're going to be silent. There is like certain level of fear of how do I proceed forward. There is, I would say, insecurity in a situation over somebody, because there is an issue about maybe not knowing somebody entirely, and hence the next step seems to be very kind of like uncharted territory, because you are getting this soulmate card reversed. So I'm really wondering, because now when I see these 3 cards, if this soulmate connection is not happening, maybe it is there, but it's not taking its course in the relationship because of some kind of timing. Whenever I see the Temperance reversed, this is talking about not the right time, not the right place, not the right thing. Now, another interesting thing is that you have all fire signs here spelled out, with maybe only Leo kind of like the one that can kind of push you forward, but Aries and Sagittarius sort of like not blowing wind in like in your direction, in your back, and not propelling you forward. There is a feeling of being defeated. There is a feeling of what the heck, what happened, where am I going, right? Maybe there are some kind of sorrows and pains that are resurfacing, which is kind of normal. Most of us have this December, like it's a very confusing period, because we're supposed to be happy, and then you come home, you close the door behind you, and then you go, okay, well, I'm not so happy. What is going on? And this is kind of like the conditions we face. But no, it's saying here, look, you have to kind of look in the distance. You kind of look what is like further kind of like down the road. Don't kind of like really make your entire determination of what is immediate. And you're going to kind of ground yourself. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the central position. This is not exactly your energy. This is more like an earth side energy, but it's kind of like very practical. Let's get through it. I need to do that. I need to organize this. I need to organize that. And then you're moving forward and step by step forward, right? So Queen of Pentacles is definitely somebody who you can rely upon for getting things done, right? So you're sort of like pulling yourself together in spite of maybe on the outside you're not getting lots of cooperation, especially if these guys are air signs, other air signs, in particular Gemini and another Libra, or a Sagittarius or Aries. These guys are not really kind of getting in your direction. So now I'm seeing you with somebody. I don't know if you're eyeing somebody or somebody's eyeing you. This also can be an ex-partner. So this is a King and Queen of Pentacles together. But since one is reversed, it's telling me that technically you're really not a couple. Maybe there is a third person. Maybe there is something else that is in a way, which could be another person who can be a water sign. But this also sometimes represents an ideal person that person can have. You know, this is like one of those fairy tale stories, and everything's perfectly happening, and the perfect timing, and the perfect alignment, and all the stars are aligning. You know, it's kind of like a romance that you guys live for. Maybe you want to be somebody's perfect woman as well. As I'm saying, this can kind of have different flavors. Maybe this person generally, to me, a married guy, somebody who might be involved with somebody else, or who is not committing for some kind of like one reason or another. So we are going to confirm this and clarify this to see like really which one is which, because overall I wouldn't say this is a bad reading. It does give you an idea that the worst is over. It does tell you that certain things you still need to wait for certain things you still need to be patient. And like, and this definitely tells me there is like some kind of like energy and chemistry in between the two people, and there is like some kind of teamwork that is involved. But this also can mean a third person kind of involved in this whole kind of thing. So let's see, or it can simply mean that you are maybe, because these two cards are connecting, saying maybe you just like want something that is really not there. So let's see, what is this all about? So Libra, 16 to 31st. Okay, let's see this one, let's see this one, let's see this one. And yeah, this is not good. Like, you need to take off your blindfold. You need to better face what you need to face. Look at it, I'm confirming everything. So let's see this instability. Yeah, you're kind of wondering what's real, what's not real. You are kind of like going to go through the period where some kind of wisdom is going to start resurfacing. You're going to kind of like not to go into I want. It's kind of childlike kind of like wishing. It's going to be like, is this really the best for everybody? Is this really what I need, right? Let's see about the suffering. Yeah, the suffering was some kind of loss, but it was not entire loss. There's like still something left on the table, and you kind of like need to kind of like see what it is and act on it. So this fear is because there are some kind of rules that are preventing you possibly of stabilizing with this person that you have an eye on. If you're single, this is definitely saying be very careful not to run into somebody who could be involved with somebody else, right? Because this priest or ecclesiastic is talking about that. And let's see the soulmate, misfortune. It hasn't been built on proper grounds, guys. Whenever kind of like we get, this is the tower in this deck, is definitely saying you forgot some fires, right? You kind of like didn't have good prevention in place. And now, yeah, things might look disastrous in a moment, but then they can be rebuilt, and can be rebuilt properly, and kind of like saying this, everything can function. So let's see this timing. A journey. Did you plan to go somewhere? If you did, maybe certain things will come in the way. Maybe you'll have to cancel your journey, because this is definitely telling that something will be off, or one person is not going to show up there. This could be, this is not a big travel. And journey can also be a spiritual journey. This is sort of kind of like going to maybe an event of a sort, when things can be a little bit off. Let's see this person over here. Yeah, this is the person you're very interested in, and this person is right now like affected by the outside influences or by another person. We're going to check this person as well. Look at that. You really want to be with this person. You really, really do. This is definite. You want to be. Look, you have both sweetheart and a lover here. but there is like no meeting of the minds. There is like, it's kind of really weird, because there is understanding of, in some way you are together with this person. Maybe he is a friend or she is a friend. Maybe you're assuming that you are together and you're not together. But at the same time, you're feeling let down by this person, and there could be somebody else in the process. Somebody else who could be much younger, believe it or not. The baby means somebody from the past as well. Right? I told you, this is the ideal woman. She likes children, she likes pets, she likes... You know what also this can mean? This person is like my hairdresser. He just wants this perfect woman, and he is willing to wait for this perfect woman, even if this is completely foolish. And this is maybe why this card is showing up and showing that there is like a third person, even though there is not a third person. You know, when people have this imaginary ideal of, well, I'm rejecting everybody because she has to be 6 feet tall, she has to be skinny as a rail with, you know, huge boobs, and have 7 PhDs and be 17. Yeah, doesn't exist, right? It's going to be some kind of message of love. So be very careful, because you have to figure out, and if you reject somebody, then it can be really, this is definitely a card of rejection. It could mean third party, it could be rejection, it can be insecurity. There's going to be a message of love. Either you're going to give or received, and it can be really a joy in all of that, and it's celebration in the end. So I actually do see certain things get canceled, but certain things are going forward. So I think overall, guys, this is good. You're not going to be playing this game with sweaty palms. You're kind of like going to clarify a certain situation, because this is kind of good. Something that kind of is going to look like lost might actually come back. So I actually don't necessarily think this is a third person. I think it's living up to, either you're being too hard on yourself and trying to be amazing partner in any way, shape or form, physical, spiritual, emotionally, and always feeling self-conscious about that, or there's like somebody from the past that maybe you feel your partner is putting that on that person on a pedestal. So rather focus on who you are, rather focus on enjoying the moments, and this is a card of hope. And as I said, this is the only card that can really kind of like can make things happen if you kind of apply yourself. And this is going to be a period for you. We are going to be sort of pragmatic and very resourceful, and kind of like make things very enjoyable and very pleasant for everybody around you. So don't go away yet, Libra. I still have one more thing I want to do for you. I'm going to pull a card for 2018. So if you guys didn't get my annual taroscopes, which are like almost 2 hours, it analyzes both the year in general and also your own kind of like here throughout all these different segments. So you can actually really see which segment to work on. And this is just giving you sort of like oracle message, where my thing is giving you homework, because in the year number 11 you really need to know what homework you need to do in order to actually get the best that you can squeeze. Imagine you get a lemon and I'm telling you, like, you can squeeze the very last drop out of it. So but let me see. In the meantime, Libra, there we go, clean it up. That makes sense. That's why you got the Queen of Pentacles. It is time to kind of like tie all these loose ends. And let's see what it says. 21. Libra, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded with physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Are you overwhelmed? It's time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to a necessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now it is the time to free yourself energetically and spiritually by cleaning your house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up to you. Oh my God, I actually do this to my clients. This is one of the first things that I do because that really works. And you know what? If you cannot attack the entire house, or if it feels overwhelming, just clean your fridge and closets. You would not believe how much better you feel. And the second message you're getting is this. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's in your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that the spring breeze can flow through it with new energy. It is the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. When I now look back at your reading, I think that's why you had Queen of Cups. If you clean certain issues, and simply Queen of Pentacles is the one who actually does enjoy cleaning and organizing, this is simply her specialty, then you're able to actually give your emotions a chance. It looks like there are too many things coming at you from all the sides that are simply bogging you down. So guys, clear this, and it's going to be a complete lift off to that Sun and Star card, the best combination you can get in tarot. So my dear Libra, thank you so much for sticking with me. If you're new, if you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate if you click on subscribe. And love to hear your comments, and I love to see you on Facebook. And until the next time, all the best. Love you, everybody.